Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Old Potato. This is Transport Inc. Look at all of this stuff. Look at all of these trains. Look at all of these vehicles. We have just bought over Top Dog Transport, and look at all of this activity here. It's actually a lot. Like I don't even know what the number of vehicles that we have is. However, it's quite substantial. It's enough to make the game run a little bit slower than perhaps I would like. But you know what? We'll no doubt be fixing that as we try and pare back some of the routes and start fixing some of the problems that are related to integrating a whole nother company. So, a couple of things that we probably want to do in the first instance. First of all, there are a couple of routes that just aren't making money. Which may or may not be mine. This one over here, for example. This one over here. This one looks like mine. We should probably just get rid of some of these. We should probably just immediately just yeet them off. Same with some of these smaller routes over here as well. We should get rid of them as well. Also, it's worth noting that Top Dog, looks like Top Dog did indeed have a plane route between Key West and I think that's Tampa. So that's pretty nice, actually. That's pretty nice. But it also seems like there is a reasonably large amount of activity down here, which is perhaps a little bit less than ideal. So, what are we gonna do in order to fix this problem? As I say, we're gonna look for some routes that just aren't performing well, and you know, little small routes like this, we're gonna just ditch that. Yep, fine, ditch that as well. You know, there's no need to concern ourselves. There's no need to concern ourselves with worrying, because we're still going to be making absolutely abysmal amounts of money. Okay, let's play at half speed just so that we can keep things ticking over. Interestingly, the price of tickets have been increased on this line, which means it looks like the AI is actually increasing the price of tickets past their normal points. This one has definitely been adjusted down. Very interesting indeed. That can be sold. Yep, that can be sold too. Yeah, any buses that are just chilling around, immediately gonna be liquidated, gonna be sold. I don't want to have buses just sitting around doing nothing. On the contrary, I would rather find new routes myself and set up train routes, or preferably, if we can, air routes, to be honest. Vehicle is broken. You know what? Goodbye. Okay, Savannah to Montgomery. Yes, there should be an abundance. There should be an abundance of resource to pick up between Savannah and Montgomery. Yes, okay. Right, so, other than paring down a whole bunch of routes, what is our objective? What is our objective today? Well, it's a great question. We want to try and acquire as many other companies as we possibly can. The bigger, the better, really, as far as I'm concerned. Although we are, you know, quite significantly leveraged at this moment in time. We do have a $34 million loan, which has got $12 million that remain to be paid, and we've got $5 million on that other loan. But other than that, I mean, we could, if we wanted to, take out a fairly significant loan. You are going to get yeeted. Wonderful. I do believe that the game developers are working on an update to the game which allows you to create subsidiaries, which is kind of nice. Hold up. 115 bucks for transport, cargo transport. That's kind of obscene, actually. That is kind of obscene. Okay, I mean, it's making me realize that maybe I should be changing the price of my tickets elsewhere in order to accommodate for the fact that there are... There we go. Sell that vehicle. Yeah. There are a whole bunch of vehicles, a whole bunch of routes that could absorb a larger price per distance traveled. Okay, does that make any difference? No, that doesn't seem to be making any difference. But again, like Savannah to Montgomery. Okay, yeah, we are significantly indebted at the moment, which, again, it's kind of nice that we're going to be able to just sell off a whole bunch of vehicles, make a whole bunch of money back. There we go. Sell off this, speed the game up as well. It's a nice little dual process there. Also, the fact that we've now got a absolutely monstrous cargo plane is really immensely cool. Okay, so that, you know, that acquisition, I would suggest, is good. It was good. There we go. Reduce the price of tickets a little bit. I don't know why the AI is quite happy for an aircraft just to sit around doing nothing, because I would much prefer that the aircraft be active. Also, how did I come by this aircraft? I know this wasn't me, but Indianapolis to Charleston, that's going to be a real money spinner right there. I mean, 180 passengers on that line is nothing to sniff at, to be honest. How much money is this going to end up making us? I'm very, very curious. Tato transportation, yeah, 49 grand. 49 grand, that ain't too shabby. Okay. Price down. Yeah, let's just go for a solid 80. That's fine. You know, this is, by the way, not to say that my network is perfect. On the contrary, I mean, I've got a whole bunch of issues. I've got a whole bunch of issues in my network. Although, actually, it looks like these may very well not necessarily be my buses. Let's sell that. They may very well be my buses, but they also may very well not be my buses on different routes that I have not yet explored. But either way, I do know that if a bus is sad, then we gotta sort that out. We gotta sort that out real quick. I just hope that the pricing structure of some of my routes wasn't messed up by the fact that, you know, some of these buses are now at a higher price. There we go. Ditch that. There we go. Okay. So this has definitely made a big old difference, I think. Excellent. Cool. Anything else up here? Sell that. I don't think so. I think that's probably about it. This is just embarrassing, though. This is just absolutely embarrassing. Indianapolis to Charleston, it's just not a busy enough route. It's just not a busy enough route. I mean, our valuation is continuing to increase, but it's just not increasing at the pace that I'm comfortable with, which is very, very irritating. Also, these trains hardly ever do anything on this line, which is highly irritating. There's nothing that I can do about cargo price. I could maybe make it go slightly faster, but again, I would need money in order to do that. And I'm pretty far away from profitability. Yeah, this route is ready to accept cargo, but we just need more of it. Okay. I will actually leave that aircraft. To just do its thing for a while. That's fine. Okay, I think that's most of the slack. Cut out, which is excellent. This area is still a really, really important part of our business. That is, of course, Texas, making us a whole bunch of money. Okay, let's get our vehicle list up. It does want to lag pretty significantly, but that's okay. Oh boy. Yeah, we got a lot of vehicles. Okay, you know what? Sort by monthly profit. Am I getting more expensive or less expensive? Okay, scroll up to the top. Yeah, okay. So you're gonna get sold. If it's got a low monthly profit, then it's gonna be sold. That's just that simple. Okay, sell off a whole bunch of these. See, a lot of these buses just have never made money at all. Sort by total profit. Yep. Sell off that, sell off that, sell off that. Sure, you know, I appreciate that, you know, there might be some of these routes that have made a good bit of money previously, but, you know, anything with low monthly profit, I'm looking to try and cut out. Because if it's not making any money at the moment, then chances are it's probably not going to be making very much going forward. So it's just a bit of a liability. Okay. Let's cut off some of these. Cut out some of the smaller routes. There we go. Okay. Much happier with that. Much happier with that. That feels a little bit better. Yeah, any waiting around, immediate sell if we see it. Okay. Okay. Right, and all this time whilst we're just faffing around, the good news is that we are gonna sell you as well. In fact, you know what? No, don't sell you. Yeah, all this time we're making money, and that's important. We're repaying our loans, which is very important. Very nice. Pretty happy about it. How expensive is this? It's just the tickets. The ticket prices are just super duper expensive. The way that the ticketing model works in this game is super weird. Like, it looks like the AI just, like, puts it up to the absolute maximum that it can be and then just doesn't accommodate for anything. Okay, I tell you what about monthly profit? Monthly profit, yeah, okay, so we got monthly profit of, like, 0 on some of these trains. That's an embarrassment. We can't have trains which cost a significant amount of money to run, actually just continually losing us money. Although this route over here. You know what? I'm gonna sell that train. Sure. I know that was one that I did, but that's fine. This is definitely not one that I've done, but we'll let that be unloaded and then we'll sell it. There we go. Cool. And sell that one too. And we'll sell that one as well. Okay, so that puts us in a bit of a better position. What about this over here? Tampa to Key West. It's literally made money once. Okay, you know what? You're gonna get sold. I'm sorry. You can't be a good airline if you're not consistently making me money. All right. So where does that put us? That puts us at a valuation of 64 million, which is actually fairly significant, given that we are playing at half-time speed, just to give the video game a little bit of time to catch up. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, that was a hostile takeover if ever I saw one. That really was. I mean, we're still dealing with the repercussions here. Look at this. Look at this. There's just so much junk. There's so much junk, and there's so many little tiny vehicles that I really, really don't care about. I wonder if there is a way. Where I can say to the video game, "Hey, I don't want any of your buses. I don't want any of your buses. I just want your trains. I just want your planes." That's it. Because, I mean, dealing with all of these piddly little bus routes is, you know, it's just not exactly necessary. Although, that being said, I feel like I should maybe try and look for some new routes at some point. We do have, by the way, like, access to the vast majority of states now, apart from up here. So we should maybe look to get Uncomfortable Transport Inc. next, or at least Snail Transport. If we do that, then that will probably open us up to the rest of the continent, which is quite nice. Look at that. Number of units transported absolutely shot up. Number of vehicles shot up and then immediately went back down again because, of course, we sold off a whole bunch of them. Net worth ended up sinking by a whole bunch and then ended up increasing by a whole bunch. Our income is now higher than everyone else's. Our expenses are also significantly higher than everyone else's. Our net income as well is pretty high. Now, appreciably, net income also includes loans and, you know, getting a big bank loan. However, that being said, I still think that our net income is probably significantly higher than my competitors. And it does look like my valuation is increasing at a rate hitherto unseen. Okay, the good news at long last is that we are almost out of the red. Thankfully, the video game doesn't seem to really care if you're in the red or not. As long as you're making money, that's kind of good enough for the game. Okay, this train is just not working for me. Just sell it. Okay, so we should now only have profitable routes, and profitable routes that run fairly regularly at that, which is very, very good. Our valuation is increasing at a rate of knots. If I take a little gander back to my network, by my network, I mean the network that I set up as opposed to the network that I just bought over, it seems like the vast majority of network that I have in my area is working well, and it's working in a profitable way, so that's really, really nice. We do have a couple of issues here and there, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I think that we're not too unhappy about this. Okay, can we get another route somewhere? I mean, I don't care about small little piddly routes. We got to care about big routes. Big routes are what we're after. Okay. What is this route? It's from Panama City to Orlando. But Jacksonville to Tampa, there's a route there, although that route, Jacksonville to Tampa, yeah, it's got one single first-class bus on it, but to be honest, that could be doing with a bigger train, actually. That could be doing with a much bigger train. I would say bus, but I think we're past the point. We're past the point of buses, I think. Yeah, also, we could do a Tampa to, where is this? Savannah route. Yeah, I think that might be an idea, to be honest. Tampa to Savannah, it's a decent number of passengers. Why the heck not, eh? Yeah, in fact, we've actually got a train, which is currently doing diddly squat. So you know what? Let's get a Tampa to Savannah route over there. Let's put this train on there. Travel immediately. Let's go. And let's see if that makes us a little bit more money. And by a little bit more money, I mean any money at all. Right. It's really easy to tell if the bus originally belonged to me or if it belonged to somebody else. Because if the price of a ticket is above 50 bucks, you can tell that it's the AI. Which means actually is that they've been optimizing much more heavily for price, and yet still I was able to completely outpace them in terms of growth. Also, I'm gonna get a bus depot at Atlanta because I'm just, in fact, what am I talking about? I can't. Did I inherit the enemy's depots? I have a funny feeling that I might not have, because maybe I did actually. Hold up. Managers? Assign all. Oh, okay. So that's a problem. So our managers weren't actually doing their job, and only half of them, or only half of the original vehicles, were actually assigned at all, which is a little bit daft, but whatever. Okay, let's stick it into 1x speed, and we can deal with that later. Okay, Savannah to Tampa. Is that immediately going to make us some money? 50 bucks. Okay, nope. It's not. 40 bucks. Let's see. It doesn't look like it meets the speed needs or the comfort needs or anything. Okay, you know what? Ignore whatever I want to do, video game. That's fine. You know what? If that's the way that you want to roll, that's fine with me. I guess we could just stick you on the Orlando Panama City route if indeed this ends up being a failed endeavor. Also, I should do the same with train managers. Yep, train managers, assign all. Plane managers, assign all to. Wonderful. Okay, by the way, that did end up actually working, so pretty chuffed with that. That's looking good. We are now back in positive cash territory. Excellent. So I wonder if the AI have actually been competing amongst themselves on price? That would be kind of crazy if that's the case. I don't really think that it is, but it might be. They might be competing against each other. Also, Miami. Can we get a route from Miami to somewhere with a plane? We can get a route from Miami. What is this? Eau Claire. You don't have an airport. There's no airport in Eau Claire, unfortunately. As much as I wish that there dearly was. Douglas, or perhaps Myrtle Beach. There's no airport in Myrtle Beach. It would be really, really nice if I could just sort of, at a glance, see all of the airports on the map. That would be real good. It'd be real helpful, real nice, in fact. What about this place here? Yeah, okay, so Louisville. Louisville. Let's get our routes. Okay, so there's 200 and, what did I say? 208 passengers. Do that, do that. Alright. Vehicles. No. Brand new vehicles. That's right, planes. 278 passengers. And how many first class passengers? 214. I mean, I think we'll get ourselves like a nice Concorde. And then we'll just do a 90 passenger first class route. I mean, that looks like it's gonna make me a crazy amount of money, to be honest. Okay, can I take out the maximum loan that is available to me, please? Thank you very much. Also, I could buy a couple of companies with that. I am very, very well aware of the fact that I could do that. And I will do that, you know? I will no doubt end up doing that. But, you know, for now, let's not worry about it. Okay, what is the passenger speed that is required for regular passengers? This would be great. What did I say? 2.7 stars. You know what? Let's put one of these on as well. Okay, so you know what? I reckon between the two of those jets, I reckon that we've got a pretty good service going. Oh, look at the speed difference, actually. That's huge. This is 1x speed, by the way. Wowzers, that is crazy. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. How much money are we going to make from this Concorde thing? 67k? That's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Alright, here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. We may not have enough passengers waiting at the other end. Looks like we won't have enough normal passengers waiting at the other end, but first-class passengers, there is no shortage of first-class passengers, which is excellent. Really, really good. Okay. Yeah, so let's pay off this loan. There we go. Wonderful. And we still have 10 million, 12 million in the bank, which is very, very good indeed. I want to do another big, long cargo route, to be honest. Oh, what about Richmond? What about Richmond to Tampa? I think that's the way for us. That's the way. Okay, and then we just throw in the biggest plane that we can possibly afford. I think that's the way that we do this. 108,000 for a report. That's okay. Yeah, if we can't afford this big one, then I guess we'll just buy two of the smaller ones. Fine. Fine, fine. That's good. Happy with that. And these should be loaded up imminently, which is kind of great. Yeah, it's a little bit irritating that the Richmond cross-country express route or whatever is just not making me anywhere near as much money as it used to be. Yeah, because this thing can carry 600 units of cargo, which is quite a lot. But there's just not enough of the cargo to go around. Okay, let me see if I can reallocate the smaller... is there an airport there? There is an airport. Yeah, let me see if I can allocate the smaller aircraft to a different route here. Travel immediately. There we go. Alright, wonderful. That should work a little bit better. So, LA to... What is this place? I don't even... Flagstaff. There we go. Excellent. Good stuff. Alright, so that should mean... that we're able to use... the bigger plane on the big route, and hopefully it's going to make us a lot more money. Let me see if we've got any other smaller planes on that route. Don't think... Yeah, we do have one. In fact, we got two. What am I talking about? 18 units of cargo. We need to find some new cargo routes. We need to find some new cargo routes for small planes. Because I want that big plane. I want that big plane to be on that big route there. The big route across country. That is our money spinner right now. Cargo, Buffalo. No, nothing. 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 There's nothing. Houston. Houston to Las Vegas. Does Las Vegas have a... Does Las Vegas have an airport? Las Vegas must have an airport, right? Balance of probability dictates Las Vegas has probably got an airport. All right. Let's hope that I can make 1 point something million in the next wee while. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to buy a license to get into Nevada. That would be real great if possible. But if not, then it's not a big deal because we're just going to have to find another cargo route somewhere. Which is fine. Okay. Price of tickets down. Actually, put the price of tickets back up. There we go. Fine. All right. Will I be able to get, what is it, 160,000 bucks in this month? I sure as heck hope so. There we go. He's got it. Wonderful. Okay. Las Vegas doesn't have an airport. It doesn't have an airport. Could I build an airport in Las Vegas, please? Does Boise have an airport? Bosie's got no airport. Oh, gosh darn it. I'm looking for San Francisco, maybe to somewhere with big cargo. Wichita? I don't think Wichita's got an airport. Wichita sure as heck does not have an airport. Houston to Damonay. Don't think Damonay's got an airport. Nope. Boy, it's actually quite difficult finding places that got airports to fly cargo into. Jacksonville. Jacksonville's not got any airports. Yeah. It's a problem. It's a problem. It's a real problem. Because it needs to be... Oh, hold up. I think I found one. Okay. So New York, Atlanta. New York, Atlanta. Travel immediately. Let's go. You... New York, Atlanta. Fine. Okay, so with that, we should have only one aircraft. I'm going to increase capacity on this one right here. There we go. We should only have one big 600 cargo plane traveling cross-country. And that should make us an obscenely large amount of money. Like, an obscenely large amount of money. If only it didn't take, like, 20 years to unload and load. Yeah, 736,000. That's just great. Okay, let's see if we can try and up the price. Up the price of tickets there. Who's striking here? I mean, bus drivers, you have to realize that the bus is a dying method of transportation here. I mean, I can pay off the strike. But that'll be the last time that I do that. I ain't faffing around with that in the future. No siree. Okay. You're going on to another route after you're done with this one. Let's sell this bus off. Excellent. Yeah. The bus drivers are probably, you know, rightfully irritated that I've decided to, you know, lay off so many of their counterparts, but I mean, there is precious little that I can actually do at this point. Okay. 3.5 million in the bank. Our valuation is still picking up steam. Still very, very much picking up steam. There we go. What about new aircraft? I could get new aircraft, to be honest. This Atlanta to New York route. I really like. Let's stick two brand new planes on there. And let's get their capacity upgraded on both of them. I don't think I can do it. Not yet, anyway. Either way, that's a good number. Oh, wait. No, it's not. I need one more. Okay, cool. Capacity's been upgraded on you. Capacity needs to be upgraded on you. Excellent. And capacity will be upgraded on you when we can. Okay, how many bits of cargo? How many bits of cargo are in Damonay for Los Angeles? Or sorry, in Richmond for Los Angeles. Not many. There we go, 600. 600 whole bits of cargo. It's a huge amount. It really is an incredible, incredible, incredible amount. Okay, so how much are we paying in interest payments? Monthly payment of about 4 million. That's probably what's holding me back. Probably what's holding me back. What about a cross-country Concorde flight? How feasible would that be? I know in reality, of course, that was never a thing that ended up happening. But first-class travel across the country would be excellent. Also, is there an airport in Eugene here? Because that would be another really, really good cross-country routes. There is no airport over there. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of passenger demand to, like, go from one side of the continent to the other here. Especially not by plane. I don't know. People are not keen. People are not keen on traveling by plane, apparently. Alright, I mean, that's not necessarily a problem. Let's throw it into super fast, accelerating through space-time mode. And let's look at the graph, shall we? Net income, yeah, it's ridiculous. Expenses, also ridiculous. Income. I mean, look, this is the important thing, right? The important thing is that net worth is increasing steadily and rapidly, actually. It's a continual upward trajectory, which is really, really nice. When we do have to repay our loans now, we are in a situation where we can afford to do that. I mean, am I just looking to try and buy out a competitor? Is that really what I'm trying to do at this moment in time? Who's the most profitable other than me? Net worth, obviously very, very nice. But if I take out Tato Transportation... Wait. What's the point of taking them out if it doesn't show up? Ah, there we go. It shows everyone. I don't want to look at vehicles or net worth. I want to look at net income and expenses. Oh, come on, video game. That's nonsense. Oh, that's miserable. Okay. The largest number of vehicles, or the largest number of transported passengers, is Euro Express. I think Euro Express is probably what we're after next. Income. Although it looks like from this perspective, the problem is that it's so borked. And I can't get rid of Tato Transportation from this. It's a bit of a humble brag. We should maybe be looking to get uncomfortable transporting. They definitely have the highest net worth, but... Net income? I think Euro Express, there might just be a bargain to be found there. There might just be a bargain to be found in Euro Express. For sure. And I think that is the way that we're gonna go. And honestly, when we buy out Euro Express, if we do indeed get the opportunity to buy them out, I don't think that we're gonna close down a huge number of buses and bus routes and whatnot. Even though that would almost certainly make the game run smoother and make me a happier chappy. Okay, the drivers are on strike again. Sure, pay them off. You know what? Just max it out. Just max it out. What the heck is the point? Okay, I will scale down. We'll scale down these. The pilots, we are paying so much more than we're paying train drivers. It's honestly ridiculous. Honestly ridiculous. Okay, net worth. Oh, it's because I'm not showing up. There we go. Okay, my net worth is now in a good place. We now have far and away the fewest vehicles, and yet we are able to, I think, maintain a huge income. We gotta be really careful about this. We gotta be really, really, really careful about this. Okay, let's take out a big loan. Let's take out a big loan that will torpedo our valuation a little bit. Pay off that. Okay, and then that opens up another $25 million loan for us, which I'm gonna take at the lower rate of 8%, which I know is not ideal. But at the end of the day, what can you do? I'm hungry for acquiring another company. Okay. Offer 0 to buy out company? No, I don't want to do that. Okay, Euro Express. I'm gonna offer you 41 million. I'm gonna offer you the exact net worth of Euro Express. Around about the exact net worth. Slightly over. But you never know, we might be able to get it. We might be able to snag it. Might be able to snag a bargain. We do have pretty significant debt repayments, but that's fine. Okay, so I think, yeah, we ended up getting rebuffed on that front, but that's not necessarily a problem. I still think that Euro Express is what we're after. Because we could try and go in on somebody else. Okay. 43 million. Let's do it. Okay. So it's, you know, $1.5 million above what we offered previously. So I think that's still what I still think that's still a good offer. No, again. Okay, so 49 million. I anticipate that this will be the one. How can you turn down an offer that is $6 million more than your entire evaluation? That was not the one. That was not the one, apparently. That was a rejection. I also wish that I could see events as they popped up, because at the moment I just don't have the ability to see what the heck is happening with them. I mean, we could bid on more than one. We could bid on more than one company, but I think Euro Express is the one for us. Valuation, by the way, is steadily increasing as well. And so if we nab Euro Express, then that would put us in a really great place. It's also worth noting that Euro Express has been leading the pack since the very beginning and has only recently fallen behind. Very, very recently fallen behind. Again, that was another rejection, I think. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's get to, like, I don't know, 53 million or something before offering again. Offer rejected. Yeah, we're still going through old offers. Wowzers. I mean, looking at this graph, it must be... This is the graph. This is the most meaningful graph here, to be honest. Net worth. You can actually see where I bought the company. To be honest, I don't think buying the company actually made that much of an impact, to be honest. Am I still being rebuffed? I can take out another $27 million loan, by the way, because even though I've been offering continuously a decent amount of money for Euro Express, okay, now I'm offering 12 million above the net worth. Even though I've been chatting away this whole time, making what I consider to be reasonable offers on a reasonably sized company, it turns out that our net worth has just skyrocketed, and as a consequence, we are now super unbelievably wealthy. Okay. I can't do this, apparently. This is just not possible. I think at this point we're just throwing too much money down the drain. I think it would be better to come back with more infrastructure under our belt. So we either want to pick up on-time global transport or snail transport. Now, I think snail transport is better to get because we're not really competing with them in many places. So I'm gonna put in a bid for, like, I don't know, 40 million on snail transport. Let's do it. I don't think it'll be successful, but you never know. It might be. We might be in luck. I should also buy out just the entirety of the states, although I would kind of anticipate that I'll probably just end up with licenses over the course of time. Again, that was a failed deal. All right, 50 million. You cannot say no to this. $18 million dues above the cost of the business. Honestly, if you say no, how can they say no? How can they say no? Okay, I mean, maxing it out. Do I just have to offer continuously? Okay, I'm gonna offer multiple times. I'm gonna offer 0 to buy out some of these companies. See if that makes any difference, eh? Oh, I think we got him. Okay, all right. Snail transport. You have been successfully absorbed. We only paid 50 million for you, which is no doubt going to torpedo our net worth. Yeah, it torpedoed our net worth by about 50 50, 30 million. However, if we have a little look at net income when the month updates, we should see a different story. Now, things are gonna be a little bit wacky for a while, and no doubt we're going to need to assign all of the planes, assign all, and assign all. I mean, Snail Transport Inc. was notable because they had a whole bunch of buses. A whole bunch of buses. By the way, we now operate in the, what is this? Northwest, the upper northwest of the United States, which is very, very nice indeed. Still a couple of territories that we don't really have access to, but that's fine. The bank loan could go up to 25 million. I don't think that's going to be enough to buy out even on-time global transport, but that's okay. That's okay. That is okay. Right, so it's going to be really interesting to see what happens at the end of the month, because my valuation is just going through the roof. Like, it is going stratospheric, to be honest. It really, really is. And financially, we do have a couple of loans out at the moment, but, you know, not large ones, or at least not ones with high rates of interest. My valuation is going up by almost a million every other week, to be honest. That is really, really good. So how many vehicles do I have at the moment? 110 vehicles? I think I've got more vehicles than that, don't I? Yeah, so at the end of the month, it should compute. Okay, transported is going to double. There we go. Okay, let me close this and let me open it back up. No, doesn't want to update. Maybe it'll update at the end of the quarter. Maybe it'll update at the end of the quarter, because that is gonna. It should show us with about as many vehicles. It should also show a massive deterioration in our net worth. Because, yeah, okay. A couple of offers were rejected. These offers, I think, were historic, and they were just, you know, meme offers of a single dollar or $0 or whatever, so that's not a big deal. We want to keep an eye on the interest rate. If interest goes as low as 8%, again, then we'll almost certainly try and pick up another company. On-time global transport, that's right, I'm coming for you. The problem with on-time global transport is that they're running a lot of routes that we are already running on, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, is that enough time to give me an update on net worth and stuff? No. No. Why the heck not? Okay, zoom in. See what the heck is happening. Yeah, we should it should be showing up on the graphs, and it's just not, which is very, very disappointing to me indeed. But that's fine. Okay. Offer accepted. Okay, now that the offer has officially been accepted, does that mean that it shows up on the graphs? No. The video game is really struggling to keep up. Very, very, very struggle. Much struggle to keep up. I really just want to see what happens to the graphs here. That's the interesting thing, right? Month 71. So we're in year 7, month 8, week 3. Maybe it'll update at the end of this one. I don't know. I just like seeing the graphs and big numbers. That's what's appealing to me. Yeah, but there definitely should be like a big uptick in units transported. A big uptick in units transported, a big uptick in the number of vehicles that we have, a decent uptick in our net worth. Turn this off. Well, that doesn't make a difference. All right. Cool. All right, fine. Okay, who's next? Who's next? We're flipping close. We're flipping close. Oh, it's an 11% rate of interest, but I think this is the one. I think this is the one that we're able to score. That we're able to score Euro Express. I'm gonna make a bid for Euro Express here, or maybe even Uncomfortable Transport Inc. I like Euro Express. I like Euro Express. 73 million. And you know what? I'll place a 12 million bid on Uncomfortable Transport Inc. as well. What the heck? Okay. 73 million. I don't think it's going to be enough to buy Euro Express. I think that is going to be rejected. That's my prediction anyway. If we're able to score a deal, then we're able to score a deal, and that's real nice. But yeah, it looks like it was rejected. Okay, we got to bump up our offer. We got to bump up our offer to, like, I don't know, 82 million. Something like that. We are now paying almost 30 million above the asking price, which again is going to completely torpedo our valuation. But I mean, at this point, I don't think we have any choice. I also would like to know if the AI has got the ability. We did it. We actually did it. Okay, and it torpedoed my net worth by about 50 million. I would like to know if the AI has the ability to buy over companies, take over companies. Okay, opening up my list of vehicles, and the game stutters noticeably. Let's go to managers. And let's also go to the graphs to see if we can... Oh boy, oh boy. There are too many vehicles. There's too much power. Okay, assign all. Yeah. Go to trains. This is dicey. This is dicey. Assign all. Go to planes. I don't think there are many planes, but you never know. Okay. So, that puts us an $83 million valuation, which is actually going to mean that we can't take out any further loans for a little while, because our valuation sunk down below the point. Okay, again, graphs have just stopped having meaning. Maybe they'll update at the year end. You never know. Oh, look at this. Look at this cash. Look at this cash coming in through the door. This is excellent. I think the game is actually really struggling to keep up with the amount of money that I'm making. This is really, really good. So if you thought my net worth was rising quickly before, you'll be amazed to see what it's doing right now. The problem is, though, is that we are now competing against ourselves on, like, a huge number of routes. Like, there is a lot of optimizations that could definitely be made to this network here, for sure. Also, my valuation, it is going up, but whenever we have to pay back a significant amount of money from the bank loans that we took out, it does decrease by a fair chunk. So that's just something to keep in mind. But either way, we have now got access to the entirety of the territory that we were after. I don't think anyone operates in any of the other states that we've not yet bought. Okay, I'm gonna buy a license for the remaining states just because, I mean, why the heck not, right? There we go. Oh boy, it's slow. It's slow. Do I want to do anything with these states? I mean, not really. Not really, to be honest. I was just hoping that maybe we'd get an achievement. Also, I don't think Alaska's in the game, is it? No, Alaska's not in the game. Disappointing. Very, very disappointing indeed. Okay, so on-time global transport. That's maybe the next acquisition. Okay, we can apparently take out loans now. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We're not going to be anywhere near the amount of money that we need in order to do on-time global transport, but that's fine. We can take out a $22 million loan. Maybe that'll take us within range. I don't know. Also, how are we doing in terms of the graph? The graph has given up. The graph has given up reporting how we're doing. Yeah, after acquiring one company, it had enough. You can see that the top dog deliveries ended over there. Snail Transport is still technically on here, as is Euro Express, according to the graph, although they haven't existed for a decently long time now. Yeah, that's just really weird. That's just really weird how the graph just doesn't want to work. Anyway, an 11% rate of interest. You know what? Sign me up. I think that we can make a deal happen on one company here. On-time global transport? Yeah, I think we can get on-time global transport. 46 million. Sign me up. 15 million above the asking price. I do wish the negotiation phase was a little bit more, you know, nuanced, a little bit more thorough. Unfortunately, it just ain't. The fact that the game has decided to chug a lot makes me think that, yep, we've got the deal there. Okay, 15 million above the asking price is completely fine. Hold up, I need to update. Oh yeah, I need to update my managers. Please pause for a second, whilst this is the big one here. Is the game gonna actually crash at some point before we beat it? It might, to be honest. It might. If ever there was gonna be a crash, I wouldn't be surprised if it was now. Oh, tried to unpause there. Oh, the game is still going. It's a trooper. It's a real trooper. Look at all of these red flashing dots. That's a huge number of a huge number of trucks that need to be fixed. The good news is, though, we're making money. We're making money real fast. We're making money real fast. What does the bank say? The bank says that I can't have any more credit because I still haven't repaid my previous loans, and my valuation is too low. But that's not necessarily a problem. That is not necessarily a problem at all. Yep, there we go. We've now got access to a little bit of a cheeky line of credit, if indeed I do say so. Okay, so there are only 2 companies left. There's Enterprise Transportation, and then there's Uncomfortable Transport Inc. Both are doing reasonably well. These are the 2 most expensive competitors, with the exception of Euro Express, that have existed. Euro Express, I think, was slightly more, 53 million or something. And Tato Transportation is, of course, far and away the most successful company ever to have graced the surface of this continent, which is excellent. Very, very happy with that. I do have every state, don't I? I do have every state. Yeah, Hawaii and Alaska don't count as states, apparently, in the context of this video game. But that's fair. I mean, it's a little bit of a faff. Okay, there's a strike. Oh no, I clicked on routes accidentally. I didn't mean to, video game. I meant to click on drivers. Oh boy. Oh, it's airline pilots. Okay, well, you know what? I can probably pay them. I can probably pay them off. 900,000, sure. And you know what? Let's bump the price of airline pilots up. Salaries for drivers. Let's pay drivers as little as possible. The reason that I suggest doing that is that maybe if they're able to strike more often, then we'll be able to, well, make more money, but also the game will run a little bit smoother. Although, to be fair, when you're zoomed out and just looking at this sort of meta view, zoomed out view, then I guess it's okay. All right, 24 million. 24 million is what we can currently take out as a loan. Yeah, I mean, we do have 2 loans that are outstanding, which I could repay. Alternatively, you know, it's not gonna be long until we've completely repaired that. Okay, bus drivers, I think, have gone on strike. Yep, bus drivers have gone on strike. And what do you know? What do you know? The game is actually running a little bit smoother. That's kind of nice. Okay, have the graphs started working yet? No, the graphs have just completely given up hope. Completely given up hope of ever working again. I really would love to know how many units I've transported. I really would love to know. Last month we paid drivers 980,000. See, I don't think at all that is relevant. I think we end up paying our drivers a heck of a lot more than that. If we have a little look here, you can see. Yeah, so we pay at least 2 million to our drivers. So even this balance sheet thing here is just totally irrelevant. I think the game genuinely gave up when I bought out the second company there. Okay. Buy that. Pay that off. Take out another monster loan. Takes us up to 57 million. I don't actually think that that's enough. I don't actually think that that's enough at all. Okay, pay that off. Yeah, that's not enough. That's not enough. We need more. That was still a good move though, because we ended up cutting down the amount of debt that we that we had. So what do we need in order to buy enterprise transportation? What is that magical number? It's probably like 80 or 90 million, I think. Which sounds completely ridiculous. Which sounds absolutely completely ridiculous because that is such a large number and so far and away above the size of the company. But there you go. This is what you do when you're a manager, right? You just sit around and you just watch other people do the important things. Because I haven't made a route in what, 30 minutes or something? I haven't made a route in a decently long time. All right, you know what? Let's take out a loan. We'll take out a loan as soon as we have the ability to take out about 40 million bucks. If we're able to take out about 40 million bucks in loans, then that should combine to give us, in fact, yeah, let's go for that there. Yeah, so 78 grand. I think that's what we're going to offer for enterprise transportation. 78 grand. You know what? Fine. Pay the bus drivers what they want to keep them happy. I don't think it's going to really make a tremendous difference to our bottom line. You never know. It might. But it also might make a difference to the frame rate. Although it does seem fine, as I say, when you're out here. How are you striking? Payoff. Okay. We didn't get the company. We did not get the company. Okay, 83 million. 20 million above the asking price. At least the valuation of the company. I think that is a darn good deal. I would be happy to be bought out at that price. You imagine going home with 20 million? That would be incredible. All we need to do is wait until the game freezes or doesn't freeze, and then we'll know if we've managed to successfully acquire enterprise transportation. The game didn't freeze, therefore we know that we've not successfully acquired the company. Also, look at my valuation. I think we're on course to reach 200 million. We're on course to reach 200 million probably within the next 5 minutes or so, which is pretty ridiculous. 86 million. I don't think that this is it here, but hey ho. Let's also take out another loan, 14 million. Taking it out in anticipation for being rejected from this current deal. Offer accepted. That must be the last offer. Okay. 90 million. 90 million. I'd rather not spend extra millions if I don't have to, but if I have to, then I have to. Our valuation is going to go down the tubes as soon as we manage to make this takeover happen. It is the most hostile of hostile takeovers, that's for sure. Just continually outbid ourselves in order to try and get the in order to try and acquire the company. Okay, $100 million. $100 million, or just shy of, for a $65 million company. Does that not seem fundamentally flawed? That seems like we are overpaying. Overpaying by quite a lot. A significant amount. We might not even get it, to be honest. Oh, we've got it. I can tell because the game is frozen. Oh, there we go. We've got it. We've got it. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful stuff. Okay, now, before we continue on, there is unfortunately a thing that I have to do. Wow, look at that, by the way. 4 million. 4 and a bit million for all of our driver outgoings. Okay, I've clicked on the managers button. There is a little bit of a signing to be done. There we go. Trains as well. I don't know how many vehicles that we have or how many trains we have specifically, but oh boy. There we go. And airplanes. Excellent. Okay. So, now we are in the final stretch. I didn't think that we would get here this quickly, but apparently we did. Apparently we did. Apparently we are ready to seal the deal. We need to get a couple of additional loans, probably. And then we will be across the line. Oh boy. I just can't believe. I can't believe how wealthy we're doing. Okay, let's check the charts. Nope, charts still haven't updated since month 71. What month are we in right now? We're in year 8. We're in year 8, month 11, week 2. So doing the maths on that. 8 times 12. 8 times 12 is something. 80... 96? We're month 96 now, thereabouts. Oh no, actually, we're 96 plus 11, so we're actually 107. Week 107, and still no sign... And still no sign of the chart deciding to work again. Okay, so Uncomfortable Transport Inc. I mean, there is literally no way for them to come back from this. I must say, I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna risk zooming in. If I turn this on, is this gonna crash the game? It's a slideshow. It's a slideshow. Show competition. There's not actually that much of a lag if I show competition, because there's not much competition. Okay, turn this off. Get this turned off. There we go. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. Looking fine. That's fine. Anyway, the point that I was going to make is Uncomfortable Transport Inc. has managed to create a transport network across the entirety of the continent. You can't see because I've got the bank screen open. But you have a look. They started up in like Oregon, up this way, and they've now got services all the way over to, what is this, Savannah, Charleston, all the way over here. It's actually very, very remarkable. Very, very remarkable. And I'm impressed. I'm impressed, video game. Good on you for getting all the way over here. The other thing that I want to know is that is it possible for AI players to actually buy out other AI players? Because I've not seen it happen. I've got to assume that it is a thing that can happen. I presume that it just didn't happen because the AI has got a better understanding of what a company is actually valued at, and therefore it doesn't want to, you know, throw millions and millions and millions of dollars down the drain just for the sake of acquiring a company, whereas they could just buy access to a certain area and expand their roots and network out in that direction. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just a guess. I mean, that is obviously just a guess. But hey ho. Wow, look at this. Look at this. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Look at all of the activity. I really would love to know how many vehicles I have. But the stats just don't tell me. Oh, actually, that looks about right. 966 vehicles. Uncomfortable Transport Inc. has got 271. I think that's probably about right, yeah. Seems about right. It looks like this number gets updated, even if the graphs don't get updated. Yeah, kind of. I think so. Passengers cargo, I'm on 7 million. It doesn't look like I've got as many as Enterprise Transportation, but I have 7 times as many. This includes all of the cargo that all of the other companies have transported, because apparently that now counts as my cargo, which is excellent. Right, so an 8% rate of interest for 37 million bucks is a very, very good deal. However, thing is that I kind of want to wait until I've paid off some of these other loans here, just because I know for a fact that we're gonna need like 150 million in order to buy out Uncomfortable Transport Inc. Like, we're close, but like we're gonna need a lot of money. We're gonna need a lot of money, and it is painfully irritating how expensive this company has become. Although, to be fair, the AI is able to optimize and make lightning quick decisions, whereas I just don't care. Just don't care. I mean, I know that I'm on a course for victory. I know that I'm gonna win, and therefore it's literally not worth my time to go in and optimize all of the different routes. So what do we got? We got about 90 mil, something in that region. Something in that region. Which probably wouldn't be enough. Yeah, almost certainly wouldn't be enough to take over Uncomfortable Transport Inc. Maybe, you never know. Uncomfortable Transport Inc. actually has less opportunity to leverage their cost price at this moment in time, because they're the only transport company around. You know, by sheer scale alone, they know that I would crush them. So maybe from that perspective, I'll be able to get a better deal. But to be honest, I wouldn't expect that, given that I have not been able to get very many good deals at all during the course of this journey. But there we are. Okay, let's pay off that loan. Pay off that loan. Pay off that loan. That leaves me with 13 million to pay back. Okay, pay off that loan as well. Okay, so now I don't have any outstanding loans. Mom, get the camera. Take a picture right now. Be so proud of me. But I still don't think that this amount of money is going to be enough. Maybe it'll be enough. 118 million as a loan. 14 million cash in the bank. You know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Okay. So we're going to end up having to repay 131 million on a 120 million loan. We've made one previous offer of 12 million. Let's make an offer of 136 million. That's 46 or 44 million above the asking price, which is a tremendous, tremendous amount. I think we're going to get it, actually. I think we're going to get it. I think that's a deal that is too good to refuse. Too good to refuse. Just as our valuation is about to cross over the 200 million mark as well. I do think we're going to get it. I think that's big enough. If it's not, then, like, what the heck is? What the heck is? They rejected? They rejected that offer? They rejected that offer? For real? All right, I guess we're going to hit 200 million valuation before we're able to buy out this company then. It's very cool. Oh, did we get it? We offered like 20 more bucks. We offered like 20 more bucks in order to get Uncomfortable Transport Inc. Oh, look. Look. The graph is back. The graph is fixed. Excellent. Victory. Last man standing. We did it. We did it. 9 million units of transported cargo. 1,250 vehicles. And I felt the frame rate drop for each and every one that I did indeed have. Net worth of 99 million, which is frankly a joke because it was way higher than that. Vehicles, yep, that's cool. Very, very cool indeed. Net worth, yep, drops by about half at the end. It drops every time that there was a company that was acquired, but, you know, hey-ho, that's fine. Income, I mean, our income was substantial, to be honest, throughout this period of time. Each and every time we acquired a brand new company, it went up a little bit. I don't like the fact that income includes loans, but, you know, what can you do? Expenses, look at that. Look at that. So that actually, wow, that completely dwarfs anything that came before it. That was the acquisition of Uncomfortable Transport Inc. just at the end there. And then net income, you know, huge in comparison to everyone else. I mean, that was really, really good. I really enjoyed that. That was absolutely incredible. Do the graphs work in here now? No, they still don't. They're still broken. They're still broken. I mean, I am now free to expand and do absolutely anything that I want. I mean, I don't know why I would. We've already beaten the game, and we've had a great time in doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for watching this episode of Transport Inc. My name, of course, has been ObitoPotato. Thanks, as ever, to the fantastic Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/ObitoPotato. Specific thanks to Banana Nana, Aurelio, and C-Senpai for being $25 a month tier patrons. So, ladies and gents, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.